The Kansas City Chiefs will not three-peat. Here's why. In the beginning of football, there was no Super Bowl. It was called the championship game. In 1967, there was a change though. The NFL introduced the Super Bowl for the first time, and surprisingly, the Kansas City Chiefs were in it. On January 15th, 1967, the Green Bay Packers defeated the Kansas City Chiefs to win the first ever Super Bowl in NFL history. This was the beginning of one of America's most watched sporting events. Since that date though, there has not been a team to three-peat in NFL history. The 1990s Cowboys were among one of the most dominant back-to-back Super Bowl champions, and they were the closest of all teams to get the historic three-peat. Ultimately, in the end, they were not successful as they fell short of their mission. We're talking about a Cowboys roster who had players like Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, and Deion Sanders all playing together. This further shows how difficult it is to be the best team in the world consistently at this sport. Teams around the NFL are constantly getting better, younger, and picking up new schemes over time. The Kansas City Chiefs are bound to get worse eventually. Take Tom Brady and the New England Patriots for example. They had a complete dynasty in the NFL, and you're telling me they couldn't win 3 Super Bowls in a row? I know Patrick Mahomes is great, but he's not Tom Brady level, and that's just a fact. Patrick Mahomes has a ton of time to do what Tom Brady did in the NFL, but until he has 6 Super Bowl rings, I don't want to hear anything about comparisons. Stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to explain to you why the Chiefs will not three-peat this season. You're not going to want to miss it. Injuries are bound to happen in the NFL. Some guys can stay healthy their entire careers, others can't. If the Kansas City Chiefs are injury plagued this season, it could put a ton of pressure on Patrick Mahomes during the regular season. We saw his frustration come out in the regular season when he wasn't getting his way. When the Chiefs and Mahomes struggle, Mahomes holds them accountable, but that's not always a good thing either. Doing it with class is one thing, acting like a little kid is different. You cannot deny the fact that he was having temper tantrums at the end of games. It was shown when the Bills killed the Chiefs in the regular season. If the Chiefs get off to a rough start on the season and Mahomes is unhappy, the players around him are going to play with that same energy. This energy could be toxic to the team and cause a lot of issues in the locker room. If Patrick Mahomes can keep his confidence level high and not let the game get to him mentally, the Chiefs will be fine. Mahomes has to learn that losses don't emulate to playoff success. That was proven last season when he won a Super Bowl, not being the number 1 seed like he usually is. This doesn't guarantee that they make it back to the same scenario though either. Like I said previously, teams are constantly improving their roster and trying different strategies to overthrow the Chiefs' kingdom. One of these teams are going to be able to manipulate the Chiefs and ultimately end their three-peat dreams. If you guys enjoy these types of videos, please consider leaving a like and hitting that subscribe button. Thank you guys. Also, a lot of their key players are starting to age. Travis Kelce has even said that the game is starting to get to him, and his body hasn't felt like it has before. Travis is 34 years old. He'll be 35 this season. The clock is ticking for one of Patrick Mahomes' all-time weapons. Their chemistry is through the roof. What if Kelce can't produce like he used to? Who else do the Chiefs have that Patrick Mahomes can trust to produce? In 14 games, Marquise Hollywood Brown caught an awful 51 receptions on 101 targets. A terrible stat line to have as a receiver. A 50.5 catch rate means the guy is obviously dropping the ball a ton during crucial regular season games. A common theme of what Patrick Mahomes is used to playing with. Surrounding your superstar quarterback with subpar weapons can only work for so long before they master your game plan. Marquise Brown hasn't been the same since leaving Baltimore, and there's a chance he can revive his career, but there's also a chance he doesn't live up to the hype. Kadarius Toney continues to struggle for the Chiefs in the preseason and in joint practices. Toney has played too inconsistent in his time as a Chief. and is a serious question mark heading into week 1. Many rumors are heading in the direction of him being released as he hasn't been able to perform up to standards as his 4th year as a pro. It's upsetting to see such a shifty and dangerous weapon turn out to become nothing. Toney's rookie year shown flashes of some elite quickness. He just wasn't able to live up to the hype coming out of college. The Chiefs were his best route after being released by the Giants, having the best quarterback in the league. Unfortunately, it could not solve Toney's catching issue. Rashee Rice looked extremely promising his rookie year and is looking to add on to his resume with another spectacular season. On an important note though, none of that will happen if he is unable to stay out of trouble. The young receiver has been acting childish and has caught himself into legal trouble early in his career. It's not a good look for the young star, as it hurts his character, especially because the Chiefs are one of the most popular teams in the NFL, if not the most. He sticks out like a sore thumb, and you don't need that drama heading into every NFL season. If the kid can get on track and just play football, he will continue to have success for Patrick Mahomes and this football organization. Mahomes is relying on Rice to stay healthy and out of trouble because without him at wide receiver 1, they have no one. The last statement I want to make is Andy Reid will not be around forever. His age is definitely a factor in how long he will continue to coach in the National Football League. At 66 years of age, he is leaning more and more to retirement each year. There will be a day where Mahomes doesn't have Reid as his head coach. All I'm saying is that if it's sooner rather than what's expected, Mahomes will have to adjust to a new personnel coming in and taking over. Sometimes it doesn't mean much, but it could drastically change the way this offense functions in the future. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Even if the Chiefs don't make it to the Super Bowl this year, or they lose it, I believe the Super Bowl is not out of the picture until Patrick Mahomes is off of this football team. He's obviously a generational quarterback, so they're going to fight and contend every year, but he's not going to win the Super Bowl every year, and it's just the truth. Sorry Chiefs fans, not trying to come at your team, I'm just being honest. Teams that I expect to give the Chiefs a run for their money this season are the Ravens, the Bengals, and the Texans. All of these teams listed have extremely good rosters, and I think they're hungry to get a Super Bowl win. I know a lot of teams around the league are tired of seeing the Chiefs win. I believe for that reason, there will be a different outcome in this 2024 campaign. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support. Any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below in the comment section. Peace out, guys.